All right, I wanted to come out here and give you a chance to see what this wind is like. James Franklin mentioned this after the game, and you can see sometimes it's hard to figure these things out on TV, all right? But just look at this. It's after the game. Penn State won 23-7 at Rutgers, and you can see the wind is pretty crazy here. So there are a lot of questions about what happened in this game. Will Levis running the ball all the time and not throwing a single pass. That's why I thought it would be good to come out here to show you just how much wind there is here. And again, Franklin mentioned that. Maybe you could tell on TV, maybe you couldn't. But as soon as I stepped out here after the game, I mean, the wind is just going crazy. So, all right, really good performance for Penn State today in a lot of ways, especially the defense. Again, 23-7 win. Took control early on with two huge 4th and 1 stops. Both happen to be on the Rutgers' own 45. So Penn State gets a stop on 4th and 1. Clifford throws a 29-yard touchdown pass to Parker Washington. A little bit later on, they get another stop on 4th and 1, and they get a touchdown to make it 17-0. Those two 4th down stops by this defense, including the defense that made some big stops in short yardage situations last week at Michigan, that's really been the biggest difference for this Penn State team if you take a look over the past couple of weeks, where they finally get a couple of wins at Michigan and here at Rutgers. So when you think about what we're seeing with this Penn State team, it's still a team that they're going to have some turnovers on offense. They didn't push the ball down the field today, but again, this is why I think it's important to see the win. I mean, look at that. It's hard to play football. I remember talking years ago with a legendary Purdue coach, talking about the only thing that really impacts football, not really snow, not rain, but wind. And you can tell that was a factor today with these teams throwing the ball. Penn State comes out with a 23-7 victory, 2 wins in a row. Guys feeling better about themselves. And here's the key now. How about winning out? You got Michigan State, which played terrible today against Ohio State and got blown out. If Penn State can win that, that's 3. Then we'll see who they would play in that Week 9 game in the Big Ten Week 9. Could that be 4? Then is there a bowl game? Look, nothing is going to erase 0-5. Nothing is going to erase the worst start in Penn State history and one of the most disappointing teams we've seen in a long, long time. Again, you just really wonder with this team as they close the season strong, if they can get to 4 wins, maybe get to a bowl game, how that impacts next year. This year, all the goals are gone, but you can still take a lot of confidence from a strong finish. We've talked all week about the 2004 season ending with that goal line stand against Indiana, and then they beat Michigan State, took all that confidence into 05. Only time will tell if that's going to happen or not, but at 0-5, this had a chance to be just a truly disastrous kind of season. A lot of you thought they'd lose at Michigan, as did I. This Rutgers game seemed to be up in a big question at 0-5. Again, the wind is going crazy. At 2-5 now, with Michigan State there, and maybe a winnable game in the Week 9 game, you can at least feel a little bit better. These players can feel a little bit better. A lot of young guys on this team, they can take some confidence in the offseason. That's at least the goal for the rest of the way. Have a good day, folks.